Hi, John. Thanks for submitting another essay. Let's see what you wrote in this set today. This is about the negative impact of fast food on families, etc. So let's see what you said. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated the detrimental effect of convenience food on all levels of our world. Personally, I strongly agree. This essay will argue that fast food is harmful to us, using various examples to demonstrate points, prove arguments. Okay. I like that you tried to keep this brief. I like that you tried to economize. Unfortunately, I think you economized a little too much, and some of the meaning here is lost. Let's look at it again. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated the detrimental effect of convenience food on all levels of our world. Full stop. Now, you can't really say that you agree, because you agree with what? I mean, you're talking about a debate here. So I didn't think that this was particularly clear. What you could have said is something else. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have argued that there is a detrimental effect of convenience food on all levels of our world, comma, and personally, I strongly agree. That would have made sense, okay, to say that they have argued this. But when you say debate, you're talking about two sides of an argument, so it's not really clear. Do you understand what I mean? So I would do that. Now, the other thing is, well, argue that fast food is harmful to us. Yes, although this is a little bit of a simplification, it's not just that fast food is harmful. You see, a lot of people simplify this to the point where that's what they're talking about. But the essay is asking you something a little different. It's asking you, there's a kind of a comparison here compared to traditional foods, and the fact that we're losing this and we're using this instead. This has a negative impact. The fact that we're sacrificing this for this, and that this sacrifice has a negative impact on these three levels here. Okay, so does that make sense? There should be something not just about fast food and its negative effect, but the fact that we're losing traditional foods in favor of fast food. Okay, it's a little different, but it's this difference that's going to really, in a lot of ways, make the difference between a higher and a lower score for task achievement. Okay, so let's see. There is ample evidence of the adverse effects of fast food on both personal and family levels. Fast food is often high in fat, sodium, and calories, which are unhealthy for humans, resulting in obesity and diabetes and heart attacks. Okay, so obesity, comma, diabetes and heart attacks. Combining the effect of sedentary lifestyles, fast food is the primary contributing factor to a poorer overall, to poorer without the A, poorer overall health conditions generally compared with the past. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that 80% of people having more than 3 fast food meals weekly fail to meet the required exercise level recommended by doctors. When it comes to the family level, it must not be forgotten that food brings not only nutrition to our bodies, also a message of love from and within families. Fast food undeniably reduces the length and frequency of family mealtime, hence gathering time. You don't gather time. How about just using time for enhancing family bonding through sharing? Therefore, it is conclusively clear that fast food negatively impacts individuals and families. All right, I thought you did a really good job of this. The only thing missing for me is I wanted you somewhere to mention traditional food. Like, give me a comparison, like, especially here, when you said fast food, fast food undeniably reduces the length and frequency of family mealtime compared to when traditional food was eaten. All right, so even something that minimal would make the difference here. Okay, that's the kind of change that I'm suggesting you make. So I really liked what you did. I like that you combined the personal and the family level. I like that you actually talked about this, because believe me, a lot of people don't do this. So I thought you did a really good job. in order to get it really to exactly what it needs to be, you should have mentioned something a little bit about this. Okay. There is, although, a case for fast food as it suits better to city dwellers as processed food saves time for preparing meal. Whoa. Okay, something happened with your grammar here. You have a lot of stuff going on in this one sentence. Let's look at it again. There is no. Let's get rid of there is. How about although there is a case for fast food as it better suits city dwellers, the impact of this effect cannot be overstated. Maybe that would have been better. You had a lot of stuff going on in this sentence. This is primarily because it comes at the expense of the public healthcare system. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that 80% of hospital budgets can be saved and reallocated to other medical alternatives if people opt for more nutritious meals. Besides financial considerations, the proliferation of fast food erodes traditional cuisines great and recipes. That's perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Food is losing diversity because increasing numbers of Western fast food chain restaurants selling standardized burgers and fried chickens are readily found. Look, you have already the R, so you don't need B. Are readily found in all corners worldwide. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that fast food damages something. You have to damage something. Okay, damages our society. That's a really well written paragraph. I'm very happy with this. I like the way you organize this. I usually find that a lot of students don't really quite get this sentence structure right. It wasn't perfect, but it did a good job overall. So um, I didn't really make any extensive comments on it. But I like the way you developed this. Your task achievement is very good, especially in this paragraph. You mentioned this comparison with traditional cuisine. That was exactly what you need to do. This is what I was implying up here. You did it, and that was very good. I like the way you divided your paragraphs. And most importantly, I'm just so happy you actually talked about the 3 layers that you're supposed to be talking about. Because believe me, a lot of students don't get this right. You did. So well done. From the arguments and examples given, I am firmly against fast food and believe that it is always an inferior option. Sadly, however, it is predicted that the detrimental impact will increasingly grow in importance. All right, this is lovely. So I'm really quite happy with this, John, and you should be too. I know you wrote in your email that you were concerned about being on topic. This was, okay, there was just that one area that I told you needed a little work, but other than that, I thought you did a very good job with this, okay? All right, so let's take a look now at your task 1. Please try to please include the image when you send me this because I do like to refer to the image when I'm correcting these, okay? So just keep that in mind for future corrections. That's what you did here. The bar chart given provides information about the number of shoes sold in various European nations in 2018 in terms of the colors of the leather. Overall, the total sales volume in Hungary for both brown and black colors was the highest among all. The Belgians bought the least brown shoes, while the people in Hungary purchased the most shoes in black. Okay. I'm not entirely sure that this is correct about brown shoes. This is why I need the image. I will find it and I will refer to it. All right. I think this is inaccurate. I don't think it's brown shoes. I think there was another color. Yep. See, there it is. So you said Poland. That's what it is. In terms of brown leather shoes, Poland was a top seller, followed by Hungary and Germany with volumes around, okay, respectively. The sales in Ireland, hang on, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The sales in Ireland and Italy and Ireland are around 100,000, whereas the Belgians bought less than 5,000 pairs of shoes, a unique low level across both colors and all countries. That's a nice statement there. Very good. Okay. Hungarians purchased around 140,000 pairs of black leather shoes, whereas Italy and Belgium, okay, were the first and second runner up with a number of 125 and 100,000, okay, pairs respectively. Except for France, the turnovers of black leather shoes in all remaining countries were between the range of 55,000 and 100,000 pairs. The sales volume in the UK was around 100,000 pairs. The French bought the least black shoes of all, reaching close to the levels of 30,000 pairs. All right, very good. I was a little worried that maybe you wouldn't include all the names of the countries. You did. I thought you did a really good job of this. In general, I'm very happy. Sure, there were a couple of little mistakes. I didn't like this. I told you that was inaccurate, but it was one piece of inaccuracy. In general, I thought this was a really nice, nicely done set, both of them, both your task 1 and your task 2. I like the way you organized this. I like that you had a paragraph for brown shoes. I like you had a paragraph for black shoes. I thought it was easy to follow. I love that you did this. You talked about a range. That was excellent. That was a great way to do this. When you have a lot of information, it's really important to use things like ranges, or have like a cap, say like, oh, this was 55,000 and everything else was in between, but this was perfect. Okay, so nicely done. I'm really happy with this. Keep at it. You're doing great. And I'm looking forward to your next set. So good luck.